Welcome to the Talking Diaries podcast featuring Dr. Louis Koster with John Kremer. I think the one thing that I got sort of stuck on was the word allow.
It's
When,
very
how
interesting.
can I allow for the totality of what arises? But I realize it's not just the word allow, it's also the word totality of what
Yeah.
arises. I think I could allow for that little thought to arise, but what you're telling me about is I got to allow for everything, the totality of
Yes.
what is arising
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
arise, and just allow that to happen. And when that happens, then what you say is you're stripped of the dual nature. Um,
Yes.
and so then what remains is you sort of fall into being.
Yes. You whatever was, so to speak, obstructing your vision in relationship to yourself falls away. You see, be- you have pierced through the appearance of something that has been catching your attention. And the interesting thing is that an appearance of something does not exist, and that is what makes it so, uh, let's call it, interesting. But then you are in touch with what is real, and you don't have to look for that, you don't have to discover that, you don't have to be smart about it or be educated about it. What's real is what you are. The gift of being alive, of being is everything. And in touch with that completely transforms the quality of your life. There is, it's impossible to describe then what is possible. It is something entirely, not even different, but it is another dimension, to live from a place of authenticity, of being truly yourself. It's it's beautiful. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you for the question.
Yeah. There was a nice additional thing that you said in your diary. You said when there's nothing to identify with, what erupts is a sense of being. That sounds like it's not falling but bubbling up.
Oh,
That in
completely.
one sense you're falling into being, but in the other sense being is erupting to embrace you.
That's so interesting, and so how great that you bring that to our conversation. So it's so interesting, or uh, phenomenal, is that, like, you can't look for being, like there's nothing to look for, like what's there is there, even when you find yourself in the middle of it, and there is a moment of awareness that what you're experiencing, so to speak, is not your true reality. But still, in that experience, there almost is no horizon, like there is nothing beyond, and you might have a sense of an entrapment if you stay with it. In fact, if you stay with nothing, that's like knocking on the door of being. That is the gift of life, or you could call it, that is a grace, that being opens itself up, or your sense of what is true and real then shows itself. bubbles up. I like it.
Well, you said erupt, and that's
Oh, yeah,
actually more than bubbling.
erupt. Yeah,
It's like a volcano, you know.
yeah.
Uh, it's
That
sort of at that point, it sounds like it almost overwhelms you
yeah,
because that's all there is at that point.
yeah. It explodes in your face. Yeah,
Okay. In that case, it could be like a pie being thrown into your face.
it's like a pie that is thrown in your face, and you had no idea where it was coming from.
Right.
That is what it is. Exactly. It's like someone throwing a pie in your face, and it changes your complete experience of life. You're not the same person. Exactly.
Thank you for listening to the Talking Diaries podcast featuring Dr. Louis Koster. For more information, check out louiskoster.com/talking diaries and subscribe to the Talking Diaries YouTube channel. Also, check out louiskoster.com/quiz and take the free quiz to discover more about yourself.